Welcome to Kids A-Cookin', where kids come first and cooking is fun. I'm Karen, and today Sarah's here helping us in the kitchen. And we have a fun recipe to make today, but before we get started, we'd like to know a little bit more about you. You're 10 years old now, but you have a birthday coming up real soon, don't you?
Yes.
And what are you planning to do for your birthday?
Make these.
Make these popcorn balls?
Hopefully.
You like to try out lots of Kids A-Cookin' recipes, don't you?
Yes.
And your mom says that you and your brother each have to make dinner at least one night a week.
Yes.
Yeah, and so what do you usually make? Do you have like a standard that you like to make, or?
No, I just like trying new recipes.
Really? See, my daughter cooks, but she makes spaghetti every time. She likes to always make spaghetti. It's her favorite. Well, today we are making Chewy popcorn balls. Popcorn is high in fiber and low in calories. It's packed with energy and an ideal snack since it's inexpensive and makes you feel full longer. And these Chewy popcorn balls are a treat any time of year. This is especially a good recipe to be sure you wash your hands on, although we always have to wash our hands before we get started, don't we?
Yeah.
But we're going to be handling a lot of food today. So we've already washed our hands. Be sure you wash yours before you get started. Now, in a microwave-safe bowl, we're going to start with our ingredients. We need 3 tablespoons of margarine. This is cold right out of the refrigerator because it's easier to cut that way, don't you think?
Yes.
We need to just measure off 3 tablespoons, Sarah. Can you count them for me? Show how you mark off 3.
Count to 3.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
So there's your line, and you know that's where you need to cut. Be very careful. That's a sharp knife. And then we'll put that back in the refrigerator in just a little bit. But we can unwrap this portion and put that in our bowl. It's always easier to cut margarine when it's cold. If it's soft, you know what happens?
It is all mushy.
Yeah, it doesn't measure as well, does it?
No.
So add that. Next, we're going to add 3 cups of mini marshmallows. We have a big bowl full here. And I actually snitched a couple, but you didn't. You were a good girl. So you can measure out 3 cups. Add them to our margarine bowl. We're going to put this in the microwave. Always be sure that you use a microwave-safe dish. There's one. Add it. Fill it up. 2, and 1 more. What are we going to do with all those extra marshmallows? You may have to snitch some after all, huh?
Yeah.
Now we're going to put this in the microwave for about 2 minutes until the margarine is mostly melted and the marshmallows are soft. Let's cover it up with a paper towel to avoid splatters and keep our microwave clean. We're going to set this for 2 minutes. They puffed up a lot, didn't they?
Yeah.
We need to stir those up now. We'll use this wooden spoon.
Okay.
Do you want to stir it? You might want to hold on to the bowl with the hot pad. Then if you have some orange food coloring or whatever color you want to color these, we were going to add orange. But we couldn't find any orange, so we're just going to mix. What 2 colors make orange?
Yellow and red.
Yellow and red. We're going to need about 8 drops. 6, 7, 8 of yellow. That was a few little more, wasn't it? So I'll put in 2 drops of red. That'll even it out. Keep stirring. You want to stir that mixture until it's all mixed together thoroughly. But be careful because this is really hot. You don't want to burn hands. Let's see what color that turns out. You're going to need 8 cups of popcorn for this recipe. We already have ours measured out here in this bowl. You can use any kind of popcorn. You can use microwave or air pop or pop it in a regular popcorn pop or however you want to do it. We did discover that most microwave bags produce about 8 cups of popcorn, so that makes it easy. Popcorn is a special variety of dried corn that has moisture in the kernel, and when this moisture is heated, it turns to steam, and when the pressure gets too great, the kernel pops. It explodes, turns inside out, and expands up to 35 times its original side. Be careful to use only the pop kernels when preparing the popcorn balls, because biting into a hard kernel can hurt a tooth. We've got this measured. Is that ready to go on?
Yep.
We discovered another little trick, and that is if you spray your rubber spatula with cooking spray, it helps keep it from sticking on there when you're stirring it up. We'll scrape this off of here and set it aside. And then if you want to use the rubber scraper, I'll hold the bowl for you and we'll add it to our popcorn mixture.
Okay.
That's pretty warm, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Be very careful not to get it on your fingers. Ready? Now we just need to stir all that together. You want to use the spatula?
Sure.
Just stir it around. You could kind of lift up from the top, kind of like you fold ingredients. However, you can mix that all together. It's a lot of popcorn. We got to get all that mixed in there good.
This is hard.
It is. Do you want a little bit of help?
Yeah.
I'll be happy to help you. Kind of just mix it all up, or you'll end up with just one popcorn ball in there. And you know what? If it spills out on the counter, is that going to hurt anything?
No.
No. All right, we're ready to measure some of this out. We're going to use a square of wax paper. You want it about 10 by 10 inches, but you don't have to be real perfect about that. Just tear off a piece. You want to bring that over here? And then measure out about a cup at a time. So this will make 6 popcorn balls, this recipe. We're going to scoop one out like that and kind of stuff it a little bit.
Okay.
Your popcorn ball is practically made for you. Put that in the middle of your wax paper. Then we're just going to bring the sides of this wax paper up. This is a great way to shape it without burning your hands. And you can store them right in this wax paper. It's a good trick for making popcorn balls. Squeeze it all together. You can pack it kind of down so they stick together. And then just twist the top like that. You want to try one?
Sure.
Okay, get that piece. Scoop up kind of a heaping scoop of mixture with the measuring cup. And it's not too hot now. It's cooled off, so you can touch it a little bit. It's going to stick to your fingers now. And then put that in the middle of your wax paper. And just bring the sides up of the wax paper and kind of squish it together as you do it. You can pack it in tight. Isn't that easy?
Yeah.
That makes popcorn so easy. Now, when you have it like this, you could just store these in an airtight container or in a zip-tight bag, or you can eat them right away like we plan to do right now. Measuring accurately is probably the most important skill in the kitchen. No matter how much you have cooked, it always pays to carefully measure the ingredients called for in a recipe. How's your math?
It's okay.
Okay, let's find out. A math fact to remember is that there are 16 tablespoons in a measuring cup. So how many tablespoons would be in 1/2 cup?
8.
Very good. How much in 1/4 cup?
4.
Yes, very good. Another good math fact to remember is that there are 3 teaspoons in 1 tablespoon. So what 2 measuring spoons could you use if a recipe calls for 4 teaspoons?
1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon?
That would equal 4 teaspoons, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Very good. Recipes are made for accurate, level, not heaping measurements. Remember your math. I think we did a great job on these chewy popcorn balls, Sarah. What do you think?
Yeah.
They look pretty. You want to see how they taste?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and try a bite and see how they are. Popcorn is a delicious, healthy snack, but it can cause a young child to choke. Do not give popcorn to children under 3 years of age. Kids need to sit down while eating, and adult supervision is important whenever popcorn is served. Do you think your friends will like these for the party?
Yeah.
Yeah, are they good?
Yeah.
You'll have fun making them and eating them, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
For more information about this recipe and helpful hints to make cooking easier, visit our website. We'll see you next time on Kids A Cookin'.